I told y'all this wasn't going away. I told you this wasn't going away. I got it, you don't want to get into stuff like this, but you can't help it because you see the trouble down the road. I said it to you days ago. When you got 120 people that are going to levy allegations against him, his situation looks too daunting to even comprehend. And because of that, as his lawyers intimated when I was watching them on programs like News Nation or CNN or what have you, what did you hear them say? You might find his behavior reprehensible. You might find it disgusting. You might find it a lot of things. The word we're concerned about is whether or not it was legal.
Stephen A. Smith is back at it with Floyd Mayweather again after the former boxer's homes were raided as part of an ongoing investigation into allegations of financial crimes and unpaid debts that have been levied against him.
How many square feet is this?
A little bit over 20,000 square feet, 3 or 4 levels.
Money Mayweather, seems appropriate that you would be living in Vegas.
My mentality is always about, working.
Mayweather's homes in Miami and Las Vegas were raided just after his promotional agency, Mayweather Promotions, was investigated due to several claims of tax evasion and other financial crimes relating to Mayweather's agency. On raiding his homes, the Federal Bureau of Investigation found several false documents in his custody.
What are we to make of the fact that it was Homeland Security, Miami, Los Angeles, respectively, as opposed to just the LAPD or the local police department? What are we to make of the fact that Homeland Security are the ones who raided both homes?
Floyd Mayweather has just had his home raided, and he's just as guilty as any of the biggest financial criminals you can think of, Stephen A. Smith said on his show. It was eventually realized that most of the properties Floyd Mayweather claims to own are actually brand deals, where he acts as the owner of the properties in order to advertise them and attract buyers. In turn, he receives either cash or a few properties to his name. The FBI didn't find this good enough, as they felt he and the companies involved were misleading the public. Stephen A. Smith found this very troubling, especially with the fact that the FBI also found Mayweather involved in several cryptocurrency scam deals, where he had pretended to own a coin only to disappear after his fans had gotten them and lost money.
Than myself. And I believe that it's going to be, another cryptocurrency that's going to be just as large as Bitcoin someday. It's okay. That's no different from Uber and Lyft. That's no problem. Everybody's entitled to their. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
To Stephen A. Smith, it feels like Floyd Mayweather makes a living off brand ambassadorial deals, where he acts like he owns certain brands or companies, only to be revealed later that he was paid by the owners to advertise the companies. Floyd Mayweather owns nothing. Who knows if his private jets are owned by brands too? Stephen A. Smith asked.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra card. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin.
The only thing we can prove about that man is his boxing record. Aside from that, no one knows exactly what he owns. Based on what footage from his home raid revealed, Floyd Mayweather is more guilty of cryptocurrency scam deals than even real estate investment scams. Stephen A. Smith went on to reveal some hidden crypto deals Mayweather had been involved in over the years. When it comes to crypto, I think that's where the bulk of Mayweather's criminal activities lie, and that's because people don't pay so much attention to that. But that man and his crypto allies have duped people who are supposedly his fans hundreds of millions of dollars. I hope the authorities pay as much attention to this aspect as well.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care.
Stephen A. Smith revealed that Zach XBT, a popular blockchain investigator, accused Floyd Mayweather of being connected to several token scams. The ESPN personality added that Floyd Mayweather has a history of involvement in token scams, from lawsuits to court settlements. At some point, Zachbit called out the former boxing world champion on X for his involvement in a new fraudulent token activity. "Some things never change with scamming your fans," he said. The crypto community was outraged by the latest revelation, with one saying he can now confidently say the net worth of some celebrities is completely fake.
He does a million promotions like that. It's
Right.
basically, you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And
Yeah.
you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right? And you just basically give him his script and he just does it.
Another user said it was hard to grasp why someone who seems like he doesn't need money can still engage in such fraudulent activities. One user wondered whether Mayweather Jr. will ever be punished for the scams he had been involved in. "I feel like he's getting away with it again and again," the user argued. This is not the first time Zach XBT called out the former WBC super featherweight champion. Once, Zach XBT, known in the crypto community for his extensive research and investigations into rug pulls, scams, and exploits, listed at least a dozen crypto-related projects that fell through.
Great people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, the Waltons, the people that own Walmart, Walgreens, when they're getting money in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it's okay. A young kid like myself, from the inner city, from the ghetto, I worked my way to the top.
Mayweather then introduced a new token called Floyd and initially promoted it on his social media platforms. However, he later removed his promotional tweet after several people had already purchased it. This sudden deletion of content sparked worries that he was up to dubious activity again. It was stressed that Mayweather had previously made tens of millions in various cryptocurrency ventures, including Mayweverse, Ethereum Max, Bored Bunny, Real Floyd NFT, and Moonshot. According to Stephen A. Smith, in 2022, the Security Exchange Commission charged Mayweather with failing to disclose payments for promoting 3 ICOs, including a $100K payment from Centra Tech.
I mean, it's the new wave. It's what everybody's doing. And I started, of course I started with boxing, but then of course now it's real estate. My real estate portfolio is crazy, but I'm truly blessed. I'm truly blessed. And if cryptocurrency is the new wave.
They alleged that he used his Twitter platform to encourage his followers to participate in Centra's ICO, stating that it was starting soon and that they should buy tokens before they sold out. Stephen A. Smith also mentioned that some years ago, Mayweather had to pay fines of over $600K for unlawfully touting coin offerings. All of these documents were found in his Las Vegas home. The Stephen A. Smith show host further claimed that investors have suffered significant financial losses due to Mayweather's promotion of fraudulent projects.
And everybody in the crypto world is competing with one another. Whereas I feel like everybody should be able to choose what they want to choose and go with who they want to go with. I think everybody should work together. And what I always did was I believed in myself. Before anybody else believed in me, I believed in myself.
These projects, including Centra Tech ICO, Ethereum Max Coin, Bored Bunny NFTs, Floyd's World, and Floyd Token, were all identified as rug pulls. When creators of these coins suddenly withdrew liquidity and disappeared, investors were left with worthless tokens. Mayweather's involvement with these projects has had detrimental consequences for numerous individuals. In addition to all of these, Stephen A. Smith pointed out the fact that Mayweather had been caught with other celebrities being involved in these financial crimes. The Securities and Exchange Commission has made numerous announcements with Floyd Mayweather's name involved. The U.S. financial regulator said the men failed to disclose payments they received to promote certain cryptocurrency investments.
I didn't understand because when I signed my deal, I was only a teenager. When a teenager getting that type of money, you're a kid, you don't know no better. So with age, I grew, understood the business part. And once I said, I'm no longer gonna be just an athlete, I'm gonna be a businessman. See, a lot of the fighters right now in boxing, they're just fighters. I'm a businessman.
The men neither admitted nor denied the claims, but agreed to pay combined penalties totaling more than $750K. The two cases were the first the SEC brought over, touting violations involving initial coin offerings, or ICOs, a relatively new investment vehicle associated with cryptocurrencies. An ICO allows people to invest in a company by buying tokens or coins that it issues. Despite the new language, the SEC has warned investors that it views many of the offerings as investments governed by existing securities laws. Those rules require disclosure of payments in exchange for publicity.
First investment was real estate, commercial real estate, skyscrapers actually. I looked at certain athletes' career and I said, I don't want to end up like that. So what I did was this. It started off with $5 million. Put up $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month.
In this case, the SEC said Mr. Mayweather received $300 to promote 3 separate offerings, including one by Centra Tech, a Miami company that the SEC accused of fraud in April. Mr. Mayweather's promotions included a message to his Twitter followers that Centra's ICO starts in a few hours. Get yours before they sell out. I got mine. Mr. Khaled was paid $50,000 by the same company, the SEC said. A post on Mayweather's Instagram account predicted he would make a large amount of money on another ICO, and a post to Twitter said, "You can call me Floyd Crypto Mayweather from now on." The two men touted the offerings to their millions of social media followers without disclosing the payments, according to the settlement. "This is a game changer here. Get your CTR tokens now," Mr. Khaled wrote in one post cited by the SEC.
Now I'm here to talk to the people about one of my jewelers. And it's not one of my new jewelers, one of my low-key jewelers, Tony, at Pasha in Manhattan Beach, California. You guys need to come check him out. Now today, let me show you guys what I purchased from Tony. Tony, matter of fact, I don't need to tell him, you tell him.
We got a little rose gold sky dweller, chocolate dial, 40 karat pear shape, 1 carat each, tennis bracelet, only for the best for the champ.
Now when you guys come here, if you want to hang out,
The SEC said Mr. Khaled agreed to repay the $50,000 he received for the endorsement, as well as a $100 fine and interest. Mr. Mayweather will repay the $300 he received, as well as a $300,000 fine and interest. According to Stephen A. Smith, SEC Enforcement Division Co-Director Stephen Pekin said the cases were a reminder that investors should be skeptical of investment advice posted to social media platforms and should not make decisions based on celebrity endorsements. Social media influencers are often paid promoters, not investment professionals, and the securities they're touting, regardless of whether they are issued using traditional certificates or on the blockchain, could be frauds, he said. Before things got this bad, Stephen A. had showered high praises on Floyd Mayweather recently.
Made him look like it was 5 years too late.
Right.
And that's how that's the greatness of him.
Yes.
Everybody that he fought, they like, what? He beat Sugar Shane Mosley. He beat Sugar Shane Mosley.
Shane caught him in the second round.
Yeah.
Almost hurt him.
Yeah.
Almost dropped him.
But you look at the champions that this man beat and made them look mundane and beating them.
Right. You talk about Mayweather, right?
Mayweather.
I would say the same about Jordan, but that's a different
thing. Oh, there you go. No.
I mean, I'm glad that you heard that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. You know, because Jordan will make you look.
In a recent appearance on Club Shay, hosted by Shannon Sharp, Smith was quick to compare MJ's and money. In a conversation about the best athletes in their respective sports, the sports commentator touted the two as levels above the rest. According to Smith, while athletes like LeBron James were able to beat their opponents, they were not able to make them look less skilled than they were. This was not the case with Jordan and Mayweather, who made their opponents look less skilled. You're talking about Mayweather, right? I would say the same about Jordan, but that's the difference. That's what I'm saying, because Jordan will make you look like you're less than what you are. LeBron would beat you, but MJ will make you look like less than what you are, he said.
I remember going to the Mike Tyson and the Mayweather, where it was an event.
Mayweather Pacquiao, Mayweather Canelo,
Mayweather De La Hoya.
Yes, that was a big event.
The dynamic relationship between Mayweather and A. Smith is a reminder of the fascination people have with sports legends. Mayweather's unparalleled success, combined with his choice of opponents, has created a legacy that remains both celebrated and scrutinized. Moreover, as opinions evolve and change from time to time, the conversation surrounding TBE's place in boxing history will certainly persist, leaving room for debate and discussion for years to come. Floyd Mayweather, arguably boxing's wealthiest icon and one of the highest paid athletes, has ventured into many investments ever since his retirement. From real estate to his own boxing promotion, Pretty Boy loves a good investment. That is why heads turned when the undefeated legend recently revealed he has jumped into the world of cryptocurrency as a holder of ACT and would be involving his World Boxing Council belts in the deal.
Make you look like you're less than what you are.
Like before Scotty?
LeBron would beat you.
I know he ain't.
But MJ would make you look like less.
Floyd Money Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He constantly broke his hand. And so because he broke his hand, you got to give credit where credit is due. He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much. And literally walked in the ring and said, I'm going to embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world.
The 50-0 fighter linked with BSC cryptocurrency after spending time with its founder in NYC last week. Money Mayweather didn't just dip his toes, he's gone all in, expressing his full endorsement of the project. On Tuesday, Floyd Mayweather doubled down, rewarding the investors with exciting rewards, including his own WBC belt. On Tuesday, just a few days after dabbing into the crypto scene, Floyd Mayweather stirred the pot and on his X, posting the query, "Who will get this prestigious WBC belt of mine?" He followed that question with an exclusive invitation for the fans to a Zoom video call hosted by ACT. Join me April 16th, 4 p.m. Los Angeles for an exclusive Zoom where I reveal why I believe in them, he wrote. The perks didn't stop at a chance to chat with the legend. This promotional deal became more lucrative as Money upped the stakes with some prized incentives.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining.
Rumors may be flying about Floyd Mayweather hitting financial turbulence, but the only thing actually flying is his $50 million Gulfstream G650. The former 5-division champ keeps living large, jet-setting like royalty, while whispers swirl. Where did the gossip start? It all began when his ex-BFF turned forever frenemy, 50 Cent, started trolling him on social media.
The $1 Million Garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, you know, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys?
I haven't seen these?
No.
Floyd, this is 7 cars, man.
You see, back in October of last year, reports started flooding in about Mayweather's real estate investments in New York. Reports claimed the retired boxer invested $402 million in 62 apartment buildings in New York City, all on his own. Come early April, 50 shared a clip on his Instagram, sparking rumors about his bankruptcy. 50 shared the clip titled, "Stephen A. exposes Floyd Mayweather for going broke after $402 million fraud" from the Fighters Corner News YouTube channel. He also wrote, "Damn champ, they caught you lying. LOL, time for another exhibition. LOL," suggesting Mayweather was lying about his real estate investments and implying financial trouble. Do you believe Floyd Mayweather is truly facing financial trouble, or is it just another rumor? Let's hear you out in the comments section.
Silver, platinum, Miami, black, LA, white, Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me
Yes.
are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Mayweather continues to earn through lucrative exhibition bouts, particularly in the Middle East and Asia, which often generate millions despite limited pay-per-view buzz. These fights might not be sustainable long-term, but they've kept cash flowing post-retirement, adding fuel to the fire. A report from Business Insider backed things up with receipts, literally. Public records from the New York City Housing Partnership showed zero evidence of any ownership transfer tied to Mayweather's claims. But still, Mayweather recently showed off his multi-million-dollar watch collection in order to prove all the rumors wrong.
Oh Lord, this is your closet?
Yeah.
I see the Money Team hats, along with various others.
Yeah.
Do you even know how many outfits you have?
I wear the same clothes, but I got a ton of clothes, but
You're not overly concerned about clothes. I mean, you're gonna be suited down when you need to be suited and booted, but for the most part.
Well, today, I got on this today. Today's
I'm
a
not
chill.
talking about today.
Oh, today's just a chill day.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Today is like, okay, I ain't really gotten it.
Recurring pattern? This isn't Mayweather's first brush with bankruptcy rumors. Similar speculation surfaced in 2017, despite massive earnings from the McGregor fight. And now, the boxer with a $500 million net worth per Sports Illustrated was flaunting his $50 million Gulfstream G650. According to a report from Honduras's news outlet Televisa Internacional, Mayweather recently took a trip to a paradisiacal island where he was flaunting his private jet. Floyd Mayweather concluded his visit to the paradisiacal island of Roatan in the Bay Islands, expressing his admiration for the destination's natural beauty, the hospitality of its people, and the rich gastronomy of the region, Televisa wrote in a Facebook post while sharing pictures of the retired boxer, including a snap of his private jet.
But you know what I'm saying? I do got a Patek Philippe on my wrist.
Okay.
I think just this watch probably cost $100,000 with no diamonds.
Let's move on.
I don't feel like it's nothing that I can't conquer.
Interestingly, Mayweather has a second private jet, but it's unclear how much that one set the richest boxer back. Regardless, during Mayweather's stay in Roatan, he received an award. Special gift from the Minister of Tourism, Yadira Gomez Beard, a book that tells the history of Roatan. Televisa reported,
I'm pushing myself to the limit right now, right here in front of my house. I got my axe right here and my sledgehammer, right in front, Have to go back to where it all started from.
Chopping wood.
Yeah, chopping wood. It's a method to how you chop. It's like.
While this is not the first time Mayweather has been accused of facing financial troubles, he continues to refute any claims with his expensive actions. However, do you think there could be a shred of truth behind Mayweather's bankruptcy rumors? Do you think it's all for showing a house of cards that can crumble anytime? And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.